For a brief backstory, I used to work as a fetish model. It is something I did after college that helped pay my bills to supplement my full-time job. It is a unique fetish. It has a rather dedicated fan base, and I had quite a few admirers, many of whom I stayed friends with after I stopped modelling. Most of them are cool people who don't even really bring up my former employment because they respect me and know I am a private person. I rarely have problems, but there was one guy who would just send me harassing messages all the time. They were aggressive and demeaning, and I didn't want that kind of attention. He would then try to be kind for a while, and then be a creep. Bang. Blocked him and forgot about him. He would blow up my phone with calls and texts. Also blocked him there. He would message me from other numbers, so I just changed my number. On social media, he would make fake profiles and try to harass me that way. I never add anyone I don't personally know anymore. I just ignored him. Just found him annoying and unbalanced, but not a real threat to me. Many years passed. It had been silent for a very long time. Like years. I got a message from a girl wanting to be my friend. I didn't buy it at all, because this particular admirer has a very distinct way of writing. Like I said before, very demeaning and demanding. Certain phrases, etc. I just ignored the message. I've just started putting myself out there and online dating. I've gone on some lame dates the last couple of weeks. I got a match from someone and he sounded pretty nice and friendly. After a few messages back and forth, we agreed to have dinner and traded numbers. I have to say, the beginning of the date was actually really nice. My date was very considerate. We had easy conversation. After eating and drinking, we left the restaurant to walk back to his place. Even this was pleasant. We get back to his apartment and things are getting hot and heavy. I was really digging this guy, until he whispered in my ear, "Why did you make me wait for so long?" When he said that, my stomach did a little flip. I asked him what he meant. He told me that he had moved all the way from the East Coast for me. My stomach started to drop, and I started shaking. It was then that something in his brain flipped like a switch. Instead of the gentleman I was with all evening, he started spewing all of the things my online harasser would message me. He spewed out details from conversations from like 7 years ago, which I'd mostly long forgotten about, and he seemed so angry that I didn't remember all these things. I was standing there, shocked and topless, realizing what was happening, and I noticed that he kept looking behind me. I noticed an open laptop, and I am certain that he was recording what was happening. I told him I didn't feel well, and needed to leave as calmly as I could, without letting him on that I was terrified. He must have known I was scared though, because he grabbed me, and wanted me to swear this wouldn't be the last time I see him. I smiled and nodded, and offered to go out to dinner another night. I didn't know if just playing it cool was going to work, but very honestly, I was prepared to start fighting if I have to. He relented and let me go to the bathroom to put my shirt back on, and was able to walk back to my car by myself. I just drove in shock and silence all the way home. He had given me a fake name to go out on this date. He changed his demeanour. He took advantage of the fact that I didn't know what he looked like. I googled his real name when I got home, and saw his Facebook page, and that confirmed that he was in fact the man that had been harassing me for years. I hadn't ever bothered to look at his Facebook page before, because I just always ignored him. I didn't feel like he was a real threat. I feel really stupid. So I immediately blocked the number he had been using for his fake name. I guess I will change my number too, since I am sure he will just keep calling. I deleted my dating profile, of course. I won't be going out again for a little while. I am, of course, going to the police to at least put this guy on the radar. Luckily for me, I didn't mention where I worked specifically, and I didn't mention where I lived specifically, so I feel pretty good about that. Now that I know what he looks like, I can at least be aware. I feel horrified and stupid that I let myself be vulnerable. I will say, I am certainly paying attention now. Hey guys, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. You can also leave a comment below. All feedback, good or otherwise, is always appreciated. If you have any creepy stories of your own, or have any topics that you would like me to cover, feel free to send them in via any of my social media. You can find all links to my social media in the description below. Until next time guys, make sure you lock your doors, stay safe, and I'll see you next video.